with this first. Can anyone tell me what job is it?
Spy.
A spy, exactly, a spy. But what is the name, the official name, if you're a spy, right? What is the official name for the title? Who do we call? Spy is the name that is mostly invented in novels, in movies, right? Which one is it? Spy sounds way more cooler. In real life, they are intelligence agent. Intelligence agent. So what is it? Do you know what is it? Intelligence? 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 It is not about how smart you are. Okay. Intelligence means secret informations, some sort of very exclusive informations. So is another meaning of the word intelligence. Right? And yeah, so if you're working for, say, a secret organizations, you're working for an intelligence organizations, then you will be called an intelligence agent. And okay, you're a spy. But well, a spy job is, what type of secret do they keep and what types of secret do they get? Information, exactly, but from where? From where? Here's secrets of the employer. Okay, good. Yes, employers give a secret of the employer. But if you keep the secret, right? Why would you need different nations? Yes. So how and where do they work if they want to steal informations? Do they work in a country? Okay. Yes. And okay. So do you know the word CIA is actually, the I is actually stands for intelligence. Yes. So, well, most people get their ideas from spy, from movie, and from places like CIA, right? Where they send their spies to other nations to work and get secrets. But in reality, you also have this type of spy where we call it corporate spy or corporate intelligence agents. Do you know what do they do? Corporate spy. What do they do? Corporate spy. They will come and work for other companies and steal their trade secrets. Right? They work in other companies and they get, like, for example, the recipe or all these operations or devices, technology, and they leak it back to their company. So these are people, we call them corporate spies. It's actually kind of common, well, because big companies, they have to get updated on their opponents all the time, so they will have this. Okay, no, okay, let's see, next one. Okay, this one is actually more familiar with you guys. So who is he? A surgeon, good. Yes, he's a doctor, a surgeon, very good. Okay, so what types of secrets do doctors keep? Mr. Anh, can you tell me what types of secret do doctors have to keep? What types of information do they have to keep secret?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, so I'm going to give you a hint, okay, a clue. If you are a doctor, right, and your patients get sick, they got a disease, do you tell, people who are not his family, or you only tell it to his family, to your patient's family? Who do you tell if you have a patient? Who do you share the information of this patient with? His family, his friend, his girlfriend. Who do you share it with? Understand the questions?
I don't understand.
Oh, do you understand? Okay. So can you guys help me? If you are a doctor, right, and you have a patient, who do you share his information, his or her information with? Family, friend, girl or boyfriend? Family. Okay. Why do you have to share it with the family and not other people? Uh-huh.
And for their families, they have to mentally prepare.
Okay, good. Yes. But is there any other reasons you just, keep this secret with the family and why you aren't allowed to tell other people? Right? So for example, if a patients are obviously they are very close to their partner, right? Their girlfriend or boyfriend, right? So why aren't the doctors allowed to tell them? Maybe, yes.
Sentence skills.
Yes. So, for example, this is like, well, because the sharing the flow information is only allowed in the family, right? So if you share it with other people, they might use that information to harm them. Yes. So for example, if say,
So, Miss Lan, can you hear? Hello, Lan. Can you hear us? Hello, Miss Ánh. Can you hear our teacher say?
you can hear me, right? Lan, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Lan? She might have some technical issues. Yeah, it's so yeah, it's so weird. Okay. So yeah. So for example, if say you're in a relationship with someone and then your doctor revealed that you might have some sort of genetical diseases, right? Then that person might decide to end the relationship. Well, it's up to you to tell them, not the doctor. Okay, so next one, let's see. Why is it so laggy? It's kind of small too. So who is he? He's a lawyer, exactly. He's a lawyer. Okay. So let's say, what kind of secret do lawyers keep? Yes. Okay. Storing the informations of their clients. Okay. Good. Yes. And why do they have to do that? Why do you have to keep that kind of? So, for example, right? If you are lawyers and your client just killed someone, right? They admit to you that they killed someone. Why can't you report them to the authority? So, I mean, you just met someone who commits a crime, right? You just met a killer. Why can't you tell the police? Why can't you tell the government? I mean, yes, but why is the jobs more important than, getting the killer, right? Obviously, if you put a killer behind bars, this is more important, right? It keeps our society safe, yes, and it keeps the morals, right? Keep the moral values of our society. Why is the lawyer jobs more important? Can everybody tell me? I mean, you obviously all know that, right? Lawyers cannot tell that secret, right? They cannot tell the police, but why? Does everybody know?
We have a new member.
Okay, new member.
New member. So,
Introduce yourself first.
My name is Sunny. And I remember Sunny, not Sandy.
You are arguing with a machine. Well done.
So continue our the question of
Okay,
the
so
teacher.
can you tell me why can lawyers report to the police that their client just killed someone? Why can't they do that? Why can't they do that? Can't. Particular. So, but why is it? Yes, we call it exactly. Very good. We call it client attorney privilege. Is actually a term. Okay, I am too sleepy to remember if I, but the word is privilege. It's actually a legal term that is something you have to keep. Yes, exactly. So it's a term in legal. It means that you have to, you also have doctor patient's privilege. Same thing. Yeah. I'm too tired this morning to write correctly. Doctor patient's privilege, same thing. It means that the patients are allowed to require you not to say anything to anyone about his condition. And if you break this secret, you will be imprisoned. You will be taken, your doctor license, your medical practice license will be taken away from you. All right. So I don't think it's a thing in Vietnam, but it's definitely a thing in almost every advanced civilizations. But yes, so come back to my questions. Okay, this one a more difficult one. Why do lawyers have Mr. Ad? You first. What do you think? Okay. So if you're a lawyer, right?
Yes.
And your client just killed someone, and he told you that he killed someone, why can't you report that to the police?
I will. I think if I am a lawyer, I will tell the police about the trust.
Okay. Okay.
Because
If you tell the police that, you will no longer be a lawyer. That's for sure. It's everywhere, even in Vietnam.
the type people not protect the killer. So I think the
So yeah, it comes back to my questions, right? So why aren't lawyers allowed to report to the authority, to tell the police that his client just killed someone? Obviously, we're talking about justice, right? We're talking about social morale. Why did I say morale? Moral. Social moral values, right? And we are talking about, well, keeping everyone safe, right? If you put a killer in prison, right, our society will be safer, right? So why don't we do this? Why can't lawyers tell the police? Why? Why can't they tell the police? Yeah, obviously, this is the point, is to get him arrested, right? To get the killer arrested, right? I mean, and the lawyer, if you report a crime, you might not, you don't get arrested because, well, whether for, say, if you tell a secret, right? It depends. If it's a national secret, obviously you will get arrested. But if it's just like a secret that protects other people, the police might consider not arresting you and they will not charge you. Okay, they will not put you in a trial. Okay, so why, Mr. Chung, why do you think lawyers can't tell? It's a moral questions. So have you ever thought about it? Have you guys ever thought about it? Well, you all know that lawyer cannot tell their client's secret, right? But why do we do this? Well, you see it in a movie, but in real life in Vietnam, it's also the case, right? It's written in the law that you cannot tell your client's secret. So why? Why can't you do it? And you also know about how, in Vietnam, sometimes the police can get a little bit more touchy, more brutal, right? They might torture the prisoner to get the information. But why do we still have this? Even in our country, we still have this. So why? Why? Okay, so if the question is that if person A kills person B, right? If this is a fact, there are many reasons behind this. So, for example, person A might be insane, but he doesn't know about it. Okay, so he might have some mental illness, but he doesn't know about it. Or he might be framed by the police. You know what this is? Framed. It means that the police create evidence, right? And frame him by the police or by anyone else. Okay, it could be the police, anyone else. Okay, or it could be that he is self-defending. So there are many other situations where it's just not as simple that if A kills B, it means that he is a bad person. Okay, it could be a lot of other reasons. So that's why, if you are a lawyer, right, and you tell the police that, it means that you already formed your opinions of your client that he is a killer. So you cannot fairly represent him. You cannot fairly protect him. That's why, for a lot of this hypothesis, a hypothesis, or, a lot of these situations, the law have to think of how to protect person A in the most fair way. Okay, so yeah, that's why if you are a lawyer, you cannot tell the police that your client just killed a person because he might be insane. So who knows, right? And if a person is insane, they will get, they need to get treatment first. Okay, all right. So next one. This one might be easier, right? Accountant, right? Good. So, all right, if you're an accountant, what kind of secret do you keep? Data. Yeah, she's gone. I was just about to ask her if she's really keeps secret. But this is why, lawyers and accountants have training and has certificate because, this sort of business model is important. They have to keep secret, right? You cannot give the details in your company's financial situations to other people unless they are allowed to. All right, so next one. I think lawyers are very similar. So what about this? President. Okay, he was the president of the United States, but well, his job title is president, right? But what do we call them? Presidents or leaders of the country in general? What do we call them? What is the more, what is the broader term? Anyone? You guys know. Oh, the government. No, they're not the government. No. They are politicians, right? Yeah, they're politicians. So, wait, Shama. Okay. So, what types of secret do these people keep?
I think he has a lot of secrets.
A lot of secret, right? Every type of secret. They might even keep your secrets, right? They might have information on you and your secret. Okay, so if, for example, as a politician, right, and if you leak the secret, what do we call it? What type of crime is it? What is the name of the crime? If you leak your national secret, what do we call it? What is it? Everyone knows?
Lick the
Yes. If we leak the national, yes, treason. Treason, not treason, okay? Yes, we call it treason. So if you, yes, treason is the It actually means betraying your country. So yes, you might be, even if you're not a president, you might be just, a normal citizens, right? And if you do something that harms your country, you will be tried for treason. Right? It means that betraying your country. Yes. So obviously, as politicians, if you leak any informations when you're a politician, you will be charged with treason. Next one. I think, what is it? Magician, good job. Okay. So why does a magician keep a secret? Their tricks, good, right? Tricks, yes. And do you know that they have a saying in English? A magician never tells his secret. You know that they have a saying. A magician never tells his secret. You have to keep your secret. Okay. Did you guess it? Almost. No. MC is also not a job. Yes. Host is, yeah, host is a more correct terms, but it's not in this situations. It's also not. I mean, when you are announcer, right, you have to tell people everything, so it's not a secret.
Officer.
No. Anh, can you guess who she is? The types of person who use a microphone and also has to keep a secret. Who is she? Sunny? Who is she? Announcer. Okay, so I guess this one is a little bit more difficult to tell because of the image, but she's a journalist. A journalist, right? A reporter. Well, as a journalist, as a reporter, you will report informations. Yeah. But why do you have to keep secret? Why do you have to keep secret, right? Your job is to find out about secrets, right? But in what situations do you have to keep secrets? Anybody knows? What situations? Okay. Maybe, yes. Exactly. So they are not allowed to disclose all the information, but anything else is, what is the thing that they normally protect, that they normally keep secret of? What? What is the thing? They have to keep the secret of their sources, right? They cannot divulge, they cannot tell other people their source. Why? Because they might put their source in danger, in harm, right? So if you have, say, if you know someone who works in a company, right? If the journalists find out that this company is, say, they are polluting the water, right? But obviously they need to get information from the inside to confirm that. And if they disclose their source to everybody else, that employees might be in danger, right? Not just, they might not just be sacked, right? They might not just be fired. They also might be physically assaulted by the company. So this is when it comes to this, I don't think. Okay, who are they? But, okay, yes, they are priests. So what types of secret, in what situations do they have to keep secret? No, in confession, exactly right. In confession booth, you don't, well, you don't keep secret from God, I guess, but obviously you cannot tell. If you confess something to a priest, they are not allowed to tell others. I'm not sure, well, I'm not sure about the law in Vietnam, but I'm very sure if your priest tell your secret, he will be punished by the Vatican. So yeah. But in a lot of other countries, your priest will be criminalized if they do not, if they disclose a secret. Okay, so let's move on to something else, shall we? Okay, first of all, Well, based on this, I want you guys to think of jobs. Okay, at least one job that is required to keep secret, and what types of secret do they keep? Okay, and tell the class about it. Tell the club. I'm so sorry. Okay, and do you understand the questions? Think of a job. Okay, that will have to keep secret, right? Or even a better one, you will tell your clubmates that what types of secret does this job keep, and then have everyone guessing. Okay, which job is it? Okay, and do you understand the questions, the request?
No.
No, okay. So bây giờ nhá, mình sẽ nghĩ ra một cái công việc này mà phải giữ một cái bí mật. Ok. Và sau đấy thì cái bí mật mà cái công việc này nó cần phải giữ là gì? Nhá, cần phải giấu kín là gì? Và sau đấy mình sẽ nói với mọi người. Bây giờ nhá, mình sẽ nói cái bí mật, tức là cái bí mật nó cần phải giữ trước. Xong sau đấy sẽ để cho mọi người đoán xem đấy là công việc gì. Right? Yeah. Now stop sharing it. Still on. Oh. 5 minutes for this. Ah, so cute. Have you tolerate any jobs?
Yes. Me.
Maybe. Everybody's on their phone. How about you, Mr. Chung? Have you tolerated anything? Your job? Yes, yes, exactly. Everybody has secret, exactly, right? And every type of job you have to keep secret. You know that in more advanced civilizations in other Western countries, even if you are a public cleaner, you cannot tell people what they found in their trash. You can only tell the police. So if you if you gossips it to their neighbors, you might be you might be sued for disclosing that information. So every types of job has secret, right? Every person has to keep a secret. I'm not going to ask you to talk about your most embarrassing secret today because that would be too much. I don't think you would tell me or anybody's that, but there are secrets that we can tell each other. Just fun little secret. Okay, so you guys ready? Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with you first. I say it's you, but Mr. Chung, you go first.
I think everybody have secret of secret, and my job too. I work in a toy company. In 1 year, our company produce 1,000 new products, and during the design and development stage, we need to keep the secret about our product because as you know, I cannot leak any photo, the movie about our new product before it's launching in the market.
Yeah, you are looking at the person who might put you in jail. Okay. But yes, so obviously if you work in production, you cannot disclose, right? You cannot take any photos, you
Yeah.
cannot put it on the internet, and any other types of secret you have to keep.
And you know that the toy, like we have collaboration with some movie filmmaker like this month. I remember you know the Jurassic movie this month. I heard that Jurassic was launching in the cinema yesterday. Jurassic was near, and we have collaborated with Universal we make some toy of the dinosaur and some character in the movie. And we need to keep the secret about their character and dinosaur. We cannot
Oh,
yeah. Because before this movie launching in the cinema, we cannot leak any the image of product.
all right, you helped me into it. I really like dinosaur. I love dinosaurs.
You see this new movie?
I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't been to the cinema in a while.
Oh.
Yeah, I go to the cinema maybe once a year. So I don't know. But wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I really love dinosaurs.
Wow.
Anything else? Do you
That's all for my job. Yeah.
Okay, so what positions?
I'm work as quality engineer.
Okay, quality engineer. Wow. Very impressive. Okay. Ngân,
Who next?
your turn. Yes.
And it's perfumer. Is a job perfumer. Because like, you know, each company, they have their own recipe, have the amount of ingredients they will put into the perfume, in order to make it last longer or to maintain its
So as a perfumer, you have to keep secret. Exactly.
you know, do the same. So like I think
Is it perfumer or perfumist?
perfumer, I think both.
Okay. I don't really know much about it, but I can only guess. And okay, what qualifications do you need to become a perfumer?
To good at chemistry.
Okay, so you might be in
to
chemistry.
in order if you want to mix all of them. And
Mhm.
also if in the makeup industry, each company they have their own recipes, but nowadays I think Duke products are getting more and more better than before. So like maybe those recipes don't really work anymore as they just, you know, figure it out how much the amount of the products and ingredients to put in.
Yes. Well, once you put it in the market, people can smell it and they can analyze it, right?
Yeah.
So it might not be a secret anymore, but you have to keep secret during productions, obviously. But okay, so let's think about it, right? If you're a perfumer and you are making a new types of perfume, but obviously when you're in the lab all day, you will get the smell on you. How do you keep it, keep the smell? How do you keep it?
Not really that hard because like it will definitely get mixed with other smells. Like it's not just
But what you accidentally, when you mix up the smell, what you accidentally mix up the new production you're going to release. And right. And so if you get on the bus on your way from work to home and everybody smells it, how? Okay. Yes, exactly. So they will have to change their clothes, right? I think they also have something we call it a air purifier, as in, yes, they will obviously expose all the smells from you after you leave the labs. All right. And Anh, it's your turn now. Can you hear me? Hello, Anh.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us what jobs you just think of that needs to keep secret, and what types of secret do they have to keep?
I don't know.
You don't know. So in the process of doing this, you are allowed to look it up on the internet. Yeah, you can search Google, or you can use AI to ask its questions, to think of, to give you clues or information on something you might need to say. Yeah. Okay, so try that for our next sessions, right? Okay, a chef. Yes, right. Yeah, a chef might have to keep secret, but to be honest, there aren't many secrets that, first of all, you're not legally required to keep a secret as a chef. because there are not many rules. Also, you know, when it comes to recipes, I think well, most of the famous dishes, well, everybody knows about that. You might have your family's recipe, you might have secret recipe, but those kind of people who have family's recipe and they open a restaurant, they are actually not chefs. You know that because they already have their family recipe, right? It means that they become famous because that's the recipe. They don't need to go to culinary school. They don't have to go to cooking school to become a chef. They just what we call it, the restaurant owner, or as I taught you, restaurant tour, right? Restaurant.
In chef, you need learn the cooking school.
Yes.
Become a chef.
Yeah, to become a chef, you have to study as a cooking school. Right? You need to get certified to be called a chef. But if you work in a high quality, at least 1 star, or even just in a fancy restaurant, everybody calls each other chef. It's a code in it. It means you know, you have to call each other chef to show your respect. So even if you are a waiter over there, or you are some cashier, you know, or you just someone who hostess, you know, people who welcome guests, when you enter the kitchen, you will call each other chef to show some kind of respect to them. So in some restaurant, it's a code that you have to do it. But yeah, chef might be, but mostly restaurateur, right? People who own restaurants, you know. Okay, and your turn, Mr. An. What types of job did you think of that have the secrets? And what type of secrets?
The job I will talk about is the construction engineer,
Construction,
which I used to work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
The construction engineer is a person who plans, designs, and manage building projects. We work on things like house, roads, bridge, and office.
Okay, yes, bridges,
Bridge.
bridges, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bridges, and right. Yes,
Then-
continue, please.
I think this job is very important because the construction engineer help build the place where we live, work, and travel.
Mhm.
So the construction engineer needs to be good at math and science. So because they often work on construction sites and must check that everything is safe and strong. So sometimes the construction engineer also need to keep the secret and like building plans or the project cost. I think the most important is project cost. So we because have a lot of the other company when they submit the contract to to
To the government, right?
buy with the other contractor.
Yes.
So we need to keep the cost.
Yes. Okay. So what do you just say is what we call it? If you, right, you have to submit your plans, right, and your cost and everything to the government and
Yes.
let them approve, you know, let them see which one is better, right? Which one will they approve? Then the process we call is the exactly bidding process. If you bid for something,
Bid.
yes, it means that you submit an
Yeah.
offer for it. So in this case, we call it bidding because you don't really exactly submit an offer to the government, not really, but you just show them, well, in theory, right? You will show them that your project is better and also cheaper, right? It's more cost efficient. Okay, so any other types of secret that you have to keep aside from cost, obviously the designs and projects, right? Any other secrets that you have to keep?
Beside the cost or the design of the house, I think the secret I will keep is I think is the information of the client.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the most important. I will keep if I leak the information of the customer, maybe the other company will have that information that we will cheat something. So we, for example, they will call to our client to talk something about my company or to
Oh.
give the price
Give better
or maybe a lower price.
Uh,
So
I
I think the
see.
most important is the information of client
okay.
beside the plan, the cost project, the designs.
Okay, it's your turn, Sunny.
It's what I can tell about my mother's job. She's a hotel reception.
She's a hotel receptionist.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she knows a lot of secrets of every people, but she pretends not to know.
Okay, she
Everything.
has to do that, but okay. And but obviously she tells you. So it's not a she tells you. Okay. Well, you know that as a hotel receptionist, you are actually not exactly required to keep secret. Well, some hotels, right, especially star hotels, they will have rules that require their receptionists keep secret about their client. But even in case, let's say if someone's husband or wife were cheating on them, right? You can come to the hotel, and you tell them that I have this evidence, or I just think that I just saw my husband or my wife enter this hotel, right? And then you ask the receptionist, they might have mercy on you. They might feel bad for you, and they will allow you to come up and wait outside in the room if you want to get their husband or wife caught in the actions. And yes, it depends. So as a receptionist, you actually don't really, you're actually not required by the law to keep any sorts of secrets. But obviously, hotels themselves, right, will have rules to show their customers, to show their clients that we are very good at keeping secret. So we will not tell anybody's, but it depends on the hotels. So yes, as a receptionist, your mom can actually tell you all sort of secrets.
She knows that I will keep secret.
I don't think. Where is she working?
She work in Manoa Desa,
I don't know what that is.
the hotel in Điện Biên Phủ Street on Điện Biên Phủ.
Okay, so everybody avoid that.
Oh my God. I'm working in a forwarding company, and previously I worked in Spin Master. So the job will the same secret.
I don't see whether. Are you retired? However, you keep peace and in mother.
Because as just a temporary staff. And
And you're also not very good at keeping secrets. So yeah, obviously the company couldn't keep you, right? Yeah, we know. We saw your secrets. Yes, you show it to everyone. So ta-da. Yeah, your friends might be in jail very soon. I don't know. Okay. I think so, yeah, that's very interesting. Now, for the next one, we are going to play a little game. This one is about yourselves. Okay, we're going to play the game that I call One Truth, One Lie. The actual version is actually Two Lies, One Truth, but yes, but we will just play One Truth, One Lie. Yeah, so it's very simple, right? You can tell people as many stories as you want to help them guessing. This one is very simple. You will tell people at least 2 stories. One of them is the truth. The other is the lie. Or you can tell 3 stories, okay? Depends. And well, but there should only be one true story. Okay? No, if you had tell them two true stories, then it will be too easy, right? Just one true, right? One truth. And you tell them and you have a guess, okay, based on your stories, based on the clues that you're giving people. So for example, my stories are this. I'm going to tell you about a little secret that I have about broken things. Okay. As a little kid, I used to break things a lot. And well, there was this one time that I was in my aunt's house and I broke her favorite cup of tea. Well, can you guess what I did next? I hit the broken cup under a very long wooden chair. Right? I hit very, very deep inside. And after about, 3 to 4 days, when I was no longer at my aunt's house, she cleaned the house and she found out about the cup. And obviously when I wasn't there, so she blamed it on my cousins, who was like a brother to me. And my cousins, we are actually the same age. He got punished for it. So yes, he got, well, yes, he got punished by my mistakes. And my second story is this. When I was in a university, I was living with my sister in her apartment. And when one night I got home, I was super drunk and I broke her scented candle glass. And next day no, not next day, because she wasn't home frequently. And she actually really, she just went to clubs, to bars almost every night. So she wasn't home. So for one morning when she got home, she found out about it. And she asked me, but I deny it, and I blame it on the cleaner. I didn't blame it on the cleaner. She actually blamed it on the cleaner herself because she figured if it wasn't me and she trusted me, she thought that it was the cleaner and she decided not to hire her anymore. So which one is the lie? Which one is the truth? Which one is the lie? Which one is the truth?
I guess the second story is the lie.
Okay, and why?
One is me.
And why?
The first story when you so young, and it can understand the second story.
Okay. Yes, I understand your line of thinking. I actually understand your logic, but remember, it doesn't have to, it just needs one detail for it to be a lie. Okay, just one small detail that you find, impossible for it to be a lie. Okay, so the whole story can make sense, right? Right. Every other detail can make sense. Obviously, as a kid, I was very clumsy. I was fat. So I drop a lot of things. If you have fat kids or fat kids themselves, they drop things a lot. Yes, because they are fat and clumsy. So welcome to being fat, I guess. But yeah, welcome to being fat. So what do you think? Okay, so you realize that this one will require you to note down the details of the story, right? That your clubmates told you. So which one is it? First one, why? Well, what if she didn't trust him, right? As you think, as a mother, who she blame first, right? Who she blame for her own child or her nephew? She loves me a lot, by the way. So yeah. Which one? Why? Okay. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, see, so the point of this game is that you will have to hide your clue inside your vocabulary, okay, inside the word that you tell people. Exactly. So she loves it very much. It means that she will use it every day. So right, and it takes her what? It took her 3 to 4 days to find out that it was broken. Right? It doesn't make sense if it's her favorite, right? And also for disclosure, my family, my mother's side of families, they are obsessive with cleaning things. So they clean every day. So I couldn't just hide it. I couldn't just hide it even for like a minute. So if I broke it in the morning, they would probably find out in the afternoon or in the evening because they clean every day. Oh my God, it's a nightmare. But yes, so that is the point of the story. Okay, you will tell a lie, but you have to hide the clue inside your story, in the details, right? In the words that you've given to your clubmates. Okay, you understand your
Yes.
that's okay. So I think this is better if you have paper. Do you have paper over here, right? You can have paper and you can note it down if you want. Okay, you can do that on your phone, obviously, but it's probably going to be slower. And if there are any details to the story that you don't know, you can ask if you don't remember, okay, you can ask your clubmates again. Okay, that is the whole point of this as well, right? To communicate with your clubmates. And if there are words that you don't know, you can ask me or use ChatGPT. Up to you. Okay, so this one is more difficult, so I'm going to give you guys about 15 minutes for 2 stories, I think. Yes. Yeah, remember one is, one truth and one lie. Remember to hide your secret, okay, in your vocab, right? It have to make logical sense. You can do that, yes. I think it actually would be more difficult to guess because, right, there are 2 truths, right? And then you just twist the story a little bit and it become a lie. But, well, obviously there needs to be a clue in it. What I just told you was exactly what I did. I told you 2 truths, but I twisted the story a little bit so that it will be more difficult to guess. Try to write down your story if you can. Trên này có cái xóa bảng. Mấy đứa kia nó để cái xóa bảng đâu. No, choose no. Hey, see. Okay, remember, if my story was right, broke my aunt's favorite cup of tea. Favorite cup. And she only found out 2 or 3 days later, 3 to 4 days later. So this is where it's contradicting, okay? Favorite cup and she only found out This one is contradicting part. I could add more, like I could actually should have told you that she loved cleanings so that it makes more sense in this, but right? You need to find, give them contradicting informations like this, hide in your story. Okay. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Do you understand the request? Are you still here? Anh? Hello? Anh ơi. She's not here anymore. Because I reckon that if she turns off her camera, means that she's not here anymore. Really? No story you wanna tell at all? You ready, Ngân? Yeah. I guess you have a lot of secrets. Really? Do you tell your parents everything? Your teenagers should have a lot of secrets, right? It's a normal thing to have a lot of secrets. Gossips. Okay, yeah, I guess they're not exactly secrets, right? The other people's secrets. So I guess that counts, but it's not yours.
Yeah.
Right? It's up to you if you want to share it or not, but I wouldn't share others people's secret. But yeah. Obviously this is also just like a English club, so you can make it up, right? You give people a secret, and then you can change the stories so that you will keep the person's identities safe. That it depends on you. Also, we wouldn't know anything about your friends either. So yeah. Which class are you in at school, Vin School? 10, 10, 86. So you're moving up to 11 this year, right? It's 1086. Oh, probably. So I actually have one student who is moving up to 9th grade this year on Vin School, and then another one who's moving to 12th class. So they are all either 1 year younger or 1 year older than you. Yeah. So, Mr. Chung, I gotta say that it's been what, 6 weeks, right? You are 5 weeks, but your ideas, expressions have gotten so much better over the weeks. Yeah, seriously. I think your fluency, when you express your ideas, has gotten so much better. Pronunciations too, but obviously it's very difficult to teach your pronunciation when you're at this age, right? Because well, you pronounce words mostly correctly, but sometimes you lack like some sort of rhythm, and sort of stretch in your sentence that make it easier to understand. So when people ask me why do I speak more naturally, it's because sometimes I add stretch. Obviously, I have like a kind of like an American accent when I speak English, but I change my intonations. I put stretch in my sentences. So yeah, but it's something that is very difficult to train. You have to listen, but obviously, if you are at her age, it's much easier to do it, right? And the reason why she is so good at it is because well, she pays attention to how they speak during when she watches movie or she listens to music. That's why she trains herself. Well, that's why it's also a waste of money for your parents to have you study an IELTS class seriously. Like maybe if you want to get like a higher score, then it would be. But do you study like do they teach you reading, listening at the? Yeah, I think it's a waste of time for you, to be honest. You can do that yourself. Mostly just speaking and writing, and maybe especially writing. But I think reading, listening can be such a. So, at what band are you right now? 6.5 for reading, listening, or for overall? And writing. 7.5 for listening. I knew it. What about reading? Reading is 6.5 as well. Okay. So yeah, you see, if for your age is you already, above the general level, right? And how long have you taken the IELTS class? Oh, so sixth grade already. So it might be helpful for you then, right? Now, I don't know, but obviously I think for writing and speaking is very useful. At this per stage, listening is obviously a redundancy, right? You can do it yourself, but I don't know about reading. Maybe you're not very familiar with some academic words and you need more practice. But honestly, I think for your ability, you can do it yourself as well. But I don't know about that. We probably need more time. But yeah, 6.5, so you're around 7. Yeah. Typical of a student who studies English for quite a long time, obviously, and who is also very good at it. It goes to show that you need a lot of investment, but also, a lot of talent to do it. Yeah. I used to have in Saigon and Hanoi, I used to have students around your age and they study at Pin School as well and some other international schools. But only the top of the school, top of the class, could take the IELTS class. So it's not that simple. And to reach your level, it needs to be like around top 30, I would say, at least top 30, sometimes maybe top 20 or 10 at the schools to reach your level as your age. Yeah. So it's not that as simple as people make it out to be. But it's simple in the sense that you can, study yourself for reading, listening, something like that. Hello. Okay, so is everybody ready? You are probably top of the class, right? I mean, I have a Vince School student who's in 12th grade, and he struggles a lot with speaking. So I would say you're probably top of your class, at least like top 3.
One of the class.
No, not really. Some of them have to be like a very smart kid. You got like 7.5.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
top one has to be someone who is smart, right? And also at the same time very studious. I don't think you are very studious. Like you're not lazy, but you know you're not very studious as well. Yeah, I can guess. I know. Yeah, I do. I do that as well. So I can tell. You know, I never study anything. Yeah, I feel like it's such a waste of time to study. Yes.
I even let my friends copy my paper. I'm the helper of all.
Oh, really?
Copy me.
I never let my friend do that because I never put anything in my notebook. I never put anything in my notebook. So when they ask me for my notebook, can I copy your paper here? Sure. Go, go ahead. There's nothing in it. They will punish. They will punish. Yeah, it's such an, like I would say it's a very old fashioned and you know it's such an antique way to teach children, right? Especially if you're in a school that aim to be more international, that's wants to be present itself as a more advanced schools. Right. Yeah, it's actually better if you do that on the paper because you can remember it more, right? It's better if you write because during the writing process, your brain also process the informations. It has time to process the information. If I type it down, obviously it will be quicker, but my brain doesn't have the time to remember it. Yes.
The slides.
But it doesn't matter how much they present to you, it's how you remember it. So writing is much better if you do that. Even if you do that on an iPad, it's better than typing. Yeah.
You know, even if I do study, there's nothing on my
How
resume.
you will have fun with the SAT then. Yeah, it's easy. It's quite easy. Okay. Okay, that's very good.
Really good.
Well,
So maybe in the future we can become a teacher of staff in ITS language.
I don't think I have enough patience with teachers.
Okay. Like me, I don't like teaching. I love business. Yes, and prefer doing businesses than teaching. That's why I like.
I'm not sure. I can't decide. Wants me to work in the media.
Media. Okay. So you can
you should
join,
study from Mr.
team,
An.
yeah. He's
Yeah,
very,
actually-
professional in doing marketing. Yes, sorry, I did enjoy previous sessions. So what grade are you in now? 10. So good, really good. So when is the last time you joined IELTS exam?
Last year,
Yeah, last year.
2024.
Okay, so maybe I think if now
So
you
like the media, so I think I will have the new content for ITS language for the next. So maybe I will invite you to join our podcast to how you learn and how you learn your English, how you improve
Yeah.
your English.
And I think it's actually could be an interesting experience if you have this like some sort of let's say maybe type of a job for you, you know, not a full-time job, but just like
Part-time.
yeah, you can do it some sort of freelancing, all right?
Yeah.
So you can learn a lot of experience and at the same time, you know, you're a writer.
I do coach.
So you're a content writer, or right? A copywriter, stories also. Yes, a copywriter.
Literature.
Creative writing. Wow.
I think
Interesting.
The age is not problem now for anyone to save money and to do their business to become more mature sooner. Yes. So if you really want to find any opportunities or any chances to learn and to develop, to have a chance to develop, we are really welcome you to join our team. Yes. Not only for this club, but also in other business such as marketing or yeah, and especially marketing. Not too soon. Yeah. Mostly based on do you really want to do that? I think that is the most important. I think you are very talented. If, yeah.
My mom also wants me to do, translator, working in the cabins, working for the governments and organizations.
So I think that dream now is really small. Yeah, it is big if we back to many years before. However, now becoming a cabin interpreter is really good, still really good now. However, now you have you guys, the young people, you guys will have many chance, many opportunities to become better. Many big career.
I could be a journalist,
Mm.
like,
Yes, that's
like this
that's
year,
nice.
they remove
Mm.
the CEO department. So
Yeah.
I think I'm getting less and less opportunity because like, what do you even need math in journalism? In writing.
Actually-
It doesn't do any jobs.
Yeah, you should do that. Yes, if you really love literature, writing, or English, you can think about becoming a journalist. Yes, really good career. I think example now I'm following many journal, economic and business journals such as Nikkei, Bloomberg, or Harvard Business, and I see that many writer, yeah, of those they are really good. They can update the new chance of economic or other sessions, and they write the paper and they can sell to anyone in the world. So that kind of job can help you to save money, to earn money, not only to earn money, but also to develop your knowledge. Yeah. Better than becoming a cabin interpreter. Yeah.
All around the world and write book.
But also like, printing industry are getting more limited. People
Yeah.
rarely even read newspapers and magazines anymore. Like, last month Anna Wintour has gave up her position.
Yeah. That is very necessary. Become the world is changing very fast, day by day, daily. Yes. So that kind of Anna Wintour changing like it is same with your opinion. You want to become a journalist better than become a career interpreter because the world is changing. Yeah. I think in the future with the development of AI and emerging technology, some kind of jobs like interpreter, cabin, etc. like that will will be disappear. Yeah, AI applicants can help people to translate automatically between many languages at the same time into
Like, I think the writing industry will still keep up because
Mm.
many people still pay me money for me to write stories for them
yes,
in order
Mm.
pass on the one because they like my writing style.
yes, exactly.
They like how I interpret the stories, not something like AI who wrote Like, because
Mm,
some people, they send
mm,
their writing to the AI,
mm,
so it can fit the
Yeah.
transfers and change a lot of
Mm.
words. So, but it would make the AI learn their writing style,
mm.
and
Yes.
yeah, that is,
You know that with AI development, AI can help us 90% of workload. So the most important thing is that we should concentrate on creating, like your job, your dream job, becoming writer. Yes. So you can see that if you send an idea or draft your requirements to AI applications such as ChatGPT, they can help you to write a story, a essay, a report really good. So we should concentrate in creating skills, creating creative abilities. So that skill will help you develop more and more in the future. I think. And now in our team, ITS language or ITS media, ITS Click LLC, ITS Click LLC is the mother company of ITS language and ITS media. We are applying the AI development and emerging technology really much in our daily work. Yes. Such as only Mr. An now is responsible for marketing activities. All of marketing activities of ITS, language, media, and ITS agency. We don't hire anyone. Yeah, we use the help of AI and emerging technologies such as the ChatGPT, Canva, and etc. and other apps. Yeah. So I think that you are very good and if you for sure we can have many chances and opportunities to cooperate. Yes, in many projects. I think that we can reward you. Yes, very accordingly, and you can have many chance to develop to learn in the market directly. And so when you do you have any go abroad for study? Mm,
trying to get a scholarship
yes, from which country? Which UK?
or in Europe.
Yes, but I think that the UK education is very, very ideal for you to dream and to pursue the higher education in the future. Yes, UK is a peaceful and academic, and it is an academic environment for you can to concentrate completely in your learning journey. Yes, if you go to America, it's really good. US is really good for study. However, it's very expensive, and the political investment complicated, change very much, and it can affect to your economical status. Yes, so I think UK is very ideal for you to learn. Yes, but you can. I also have some friends. Now she is pursuing doctorate level with me as a researcher. She is was also learning in French from university level and then master. Yes, so I think that Europe in general, Europe education in general and UK is a very really good for you. Yes. Also, I also had an ex in the past. She's after graduating from university in Vietnam. She also traveled to UK to pursue her master in marketing in only 1 year, and easy and it was quite easy to for her to get a scholarship with about 70%. So UK is really ideal. Yes. And I would like to tell you that before deciding to pursue doctorate level in Golden Gate University, San Francisco, I also had a plan to pursue a PhD program cooperated by National Economic University with Lincoln University of UK, yeah, ranked 34 in UK as education. Yes, so that's why I decided to study and to get more knowledge and information about UK education, and I feel that and I see that UK education is really good idea for us, for academic students. If you want to only want to focus on learning education purpose.
Actually, if I can, and if I can pass the entrance exam,
Mm,
I would actually go to law school.
mm. Perfect. Perfect.
Because I think my score to be very high in order to
uh,
pursue my
Becoming
career.
also graduated from a law school in Vietnam. Yes, I also love law so much in the past. In the past, I used to have a dream to pursue law career path, and however, I didn't have a chance, an opportunity to do that because living and studying in Hanoi at my time in the past really expensive, and my family was not able to do that. Yeah, so law is also major, and we have a career path for you to develop your creative skills. Yes, with law majors, you must guess and summarize information, law, jurisdiction, anything. However, you must use your brain to coordinate everything to act with every situation, various situations.
Different dreams, like each time of the year or each time of the day, I would have my own dreams. Like maybe middle of the night, I would wake up and think
Yes,
I should be a fashion designer or graphic designer.
yeah.
And in the morning, after talking to my mom, I would
Yes.
I would read them again.
Actually, every child is safe. Yes. However, that is very suitable because if you can know that if you have creative ability, there are many chance, there are many there are many careers, there are many work for you to do if you have creative ability. That's why the morning you have one dream, afternoon you have another dream, very suitable. The most important for you, I think that you must discover yourself. What you love, what you want, what you want to do, what you want to learn, what you are very, really good at. That is the question, the most important question for you, not for you, for all of us. Actually, at this time, at my age, now I am still discovering what I am the best at. Yes, what I really want to do. Yes, what I did really want to do for entire my life. So at this age, you should concentrate on to answer the question what you really want to do, what you are really good at. Yes, and you should and you must pursue that we pursue the higher education in that major. Such as if you really if you are really creative, you work really hard, you want to write you should study and find the major which you really want to do to live. Because when you really good at what you want to do, you can become bigger and can help society and can help others to improve their life. Believe in me. Yes.
Our school also have a system
Mm.
in like the whole office
Mm.
where there will be an assistant, but she will help all the students to choose
Mm.
a university or
Mm.
college and a career that's perfect, suitable for like their academic
Yes.
and like everything that.
Yes, yes. I think in schools like this school, that is very normal because the style of education in education system such as this school, they are very professional to do that. Yes. So I think that you can leverage every of your the process now to have to never stop and to have to acquire, yes, to gain higher education, yes, in the future. Really good.
Actually, my mom doesn't really want me to go overseas.
I know you must go overseas.
My mom don't want me
Yes.
to. She would think that
Yeah.
if I go overseas,
Mm.
I would just like I would get used to their culture really quick.
Yeah.
So that I would
No.
get
Yes.
lazy.
You can explain to your mom that every child must be an adult. No way you must go out in our country or go abroad. You must go out. You should go out, and you in very soon you must face to challenge. Yes. So the most important thing that the sooner you face the challenges, the sooner you become more mature.